Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and let me just say how much of a brilliant episode Wild Blue Yonder is. It is amazing, it's brilliant, it's a bright. Oh, I absolutely loved it. I have to admit, I actually did love it. Now, was it as good as last week's episode, aka the Star Beast? Well, no, it weren't as good as that, but it was still good. It was still good. It was still good. It was still good. Right then. So before I actually do get into the actual review, I must warn you, there will be some spoilers. If you haven't seen Doctor Who Wild Blue Yonder, then of course, do not watch this video until you have watched it. And that is your spoiler warning. Yes, that is your very, very spoiler warning. If you haven't seen the episode, go and watch it now on BBC iPlayer or on Disney Plus, because there's going to be some major spoilers for the episode and what I actually quite enjoy about it. So, continuing on from last week where Donna spills the coffee all over the TARDIS console, the TARDIS does go through a bit of a malfunction by basically crashing into a tree where Isaac Newton sitting underneath it makes the apple crash, even though at that point he's not named Isaac Newton just yet, which is I found absolutely brilliant and a very good Doctor Who twist. The title sequence I still absolutely love. I have got no complaints against these title sequence, because even though it reminds me a little bit of Series 1/2/3 and 4 titles with a little bit of Series 5, but with no lightning and done so better than Series 5, I actually did quite enjoy the episode. I do love the titles as well. So, we open up with the TARDIS basically crash landing on this spaceship. And of course, the Doctor is literally basically being like the Doctor. He's there talking, said, "Oh, I'm going to literally use a normal screwdriver, pop the lock off, put the sonic screwdriver into the TARDIS, like so, and then it basically sets it into repair mode." Which is something the Doctor's never really done before. The TARDIS has basically just repaired herself, or the Doctor has basically repaired it. So that little bit is a little bit of a down for me. I don't actually think the Doctor actually needed to do that, because every time the TARDIS basically goes wrong, it's either the Doctor's repaired it or the TARDIS repairs itself, not by putting a sonic screwdriver in the actual lock of the TARDIS. Yeah. But it does deal with the sonic screwdriver problem, because when the TARDIS does run away, it takes the Sonic with it, because the Sonic is actually in the door. Now, I absolutely do love this episode. Not many people, I've been talking to some people through the episode was airing, and they said I'm actually liking it, but I'm not enjoying it as last week's. I don't think anything will top last week's episode until next week, because next week we have the return of the Toymaker, the very first return of the Celestial Toymaker since 1966 story, aka the Celestial Toymaker. So next week we have the return of the Toymaker. Absolutely brilliant. I love that trailer at the end. I will talk a bit more about that. So anyway, you got the Doctor and Donna basically investigating this spaceship. It is a bit of a weird episode because it's very timey-wimey. Yeah, let's just say that. It's very, very timey-wimey. I actually have to be honest with you, I did quite enjoy it. I love the alien that literally, the two aliens that basically manifest into the Doctor and Donna, and basically messing around with that. It's a bit like, it's a bit like having shapeshifting Zygons. The way the Zygons basically shapeshift into somebody to basically pretend that they're that person, but it's just front of a plot. I think that the fact these bodiless entities can actually form the Doctor and Donna and basically make their hands go big and large. You've got them trying to work out what's going wrong. You've got the Doctor. I love the callbacks to the Flux, because the Doctor, technically the Doctor is still blaming the Flux on them. Really, the Flux wasn't actually the Doctor's fault. It was Talem. And it's still good to see that the Doctor is basically suffering from that, and there's a little bit more of a callback to the whole Timeless Child story arc, where basically Donna thinks the Doctor's from Gallifrey, but the alien that basically looks into the memories, and you know, she's literally saying, no, you're not, you don't even know where you're from, you're not from Gallifrey. I really did enjoy that callback. When you see the 14th Doctor having that meltdown where he's there bashing his hands against the wall and he's there kicking the wall, I have to be honest with you, I didn't really like that, but it was so much, I mean, with the 10th Doctor, when he did that in the End of Time, I mean, I didn't really care for that. But in this one, this actually makes more point for the Doctor to do that. I mean, since he basically last seen Donna, he went through everything with the 11th Doctor, you know, with the silence, the Pandorica opens, the suffering he suffered on Trenzor while defending the entire planet for 900 years. And then when he was in Capaldi, he basically had to watch Clara die in Face the Raven, but he doesn't even know that she's still out there. He does get his memories back, but he doesn't know that she's still out there in another TARDIS with a shoulder. And basically, he had to see Bill Potts get turned into a Cyberman while dealing with 2 incarnations of the Master. And really, that did come into play in the Whittaker era, because when you watch Association of the Cybermen, the Doctor does say, I'm not going to lose anybody else compared to them. It really gives me that callback to basically Bill Potts from the previous 2 seasons. So I did enjoy that little bit of a callback. The fact that the Doctor is basically, he's gone through so much since basically the 10th Doctor. They went through so much in the 11th and the 12th and the 13th incarnations. And then the fact that basically it still affected him. I really do enjoy the way. I mean, with the 10th Doctor, he literally just had that big massive wobble because he didn't want to die. He didn't want to go. I could, like, when you see him having that tension, he goes, I could do so much more. So much more. I'm like, mate, get over it. I don't care if you're going to regenerate. Don't really care. Where in this one, in this insistence, it's basically the Doctor basically having all that being brought back up in front of him and all that pain and emotion the 13th Doctor had to go through in her last series with the entire whole Flux and the Timeless Children story arc. It's good to see that sense of hurt and that sense of absolute pain that the Doctors went through, basically finding out about the Timeless Child and all that lot. It's still there. It's still there, deep in the Doctor. I did enjoy that. I have to be honest with you, I did see a little bit of William Hartnell's Doctor in David Tennant's performance, because when they are there talking, because the TARDIS basically has run away, and the Doctor's there literally going, you spilled coffee! Like that, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I did see a little bit of Hartnell in that scene where he literally snaps at Donna. I actually do see a bit of the first Doctor, because I can actually imagine the first Doctor doing that to Donna, that she spelt coffee on his ties. I can actually imagine William Hartnell's Doctor doing that. And I actually did see, when I was watching Tennant, I turned around to my dad at the time, I went, that's good. That bit so much reminded me of William Hartnell's Doctor. So much of William Hartnell's Doctor, I enjoyed it that much. I did see a little bit of Hartnell in that scene, and I actually did quite enjoy it. I have to be honest with you, I did actually quite enjoy the episode. The ending of the episode, I think the Doctor was going to let Donna die because he accidentally, well, basically because he literally grabbed the wrong Donna. He literally got the alien shape shifting into Donna and literally grabbed her. Luckily, he does go back for her when he finds out, because her arm's too long. And you got that wicked sense of a couple of scenes where the TARDIS dematerialising, where he's there with the TARDIS base, the Sonic in the TARDIS, and he takes the Sonic out. I did enjoy that scene. I mean, the fact that the Doctor mentioned he reset the HADs, really good callback to the HADs. Now, the HADs are basically the Emergency Hostile Action Protocol that we see the second Doctor activate in the Croutons for the very first time. The second Doctor activated it. And then, of course, the 11th Doctor activated that protocol in Cold War. So it's a nice callback. I love the fact that we had the mention of the HADs again. Really enjoyed that callback, and I loved it. Absolutely flat out loved it. Flat out. I love the way he just mentions, oh, I reset the HADs, the Emergency Hostile Action Protocol. I have to be honest, I loved it. I literally loved that. I love that callback. I honestly did love that callback. The end of the episode, to be honest with you, I don't really want to spoil it all for everybody, so there is like a few scenes, but we had the return of Wilf. Bernard Crimmins was in this episode at the end, Absolutely brilliant. Now, I absolutely loved it. It's got some great moments in that cliffhanger, right, in that kind of ending bit with the Doctor meeting Wilf again, and basically the whole world's gone to crap. It's literally going to crap because you got people fighting, you got fires, you got a plane crashing, and basically Wilf goes, Doctor, we need you to save the entire planet once again. Yes! I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Well, Bernard Crimmins, it's such a shame he passed away last year because I would like to see him again at some point in Doctor Who, but at least he's going to be in it in next week's episode, which I'm really looking forward to. Now, talking about that trailer that came at the end of the episode, my God, how good does next week's episode look? The return of the Toy Maker. Absolutely brilliant. I cannot wait. Plus, we had a little bit of a teaser between the regeneration of basically the 14th Doctor and we kind of saw like a little scene of the 15th Doctor in the 14th Doctor's TARDIS, or should I say in the TARDIS console. Absolutely brilliant. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for next week's episode. I am buzzing with excitement for that one. In this episode, I did quite enjoy it. If I was going to rank it, it's going to be, it's got to be a 10 out of 10. It's the most weirdest, creepiest episode of Doctor Who, not ever, because that still goes to Classic Who. Some of the stories in Classic Who are the best, creepiest, and horrifying episodes. This is absolutely brilliant, it's absolutely amazing, and I quite enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of Doctor Who Wild Blue Yonder? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Did you enjoy it not as much as I did? I mean, in fact, I'm sitting here and I got that much energy for it. I cannot wait to give this story another rewatch of 25 times. The amount of time I have actually watched The Star Beast, because I did watch that 25 times as well. But I'm quite looking forward to rewatching this episode for the rest of the week, because I actually quite enjoyed it. I actually did quite enjoy it. Honestly, flat out, I did quite enjoy it. I'm trying my best not to geek everybody out and trying not to give people like, oh my God, he's a weirdo. I'm actually not a weirdo. It's just, I actually did quite enjoy this episode. Is it as good as last week's? Well, no. Last week's is definitely 10 out of 10. This episode, it's a 10 out of 10 as well. I did quite enjoy it. And I do think it's a 10 out of 10. But it's not as good as last week's, but I still have to rank it a massive 10 out of 10 because I did quite enjoy it. Is it the best time for Doctor Who, really? I think that the fact that basically Doctor Who is getting back out there in the in people's subconsciousness, that it's back out there like it was back in the early 2000s and the early 2010s before Series 6 came out. I really think it's amazing. Now, how do I feel about it being like the 14th Doctor's last episode next week? Well, I feel a bit kind of sad about it, but in a way, I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing what Ncuti Gatwa is going to bring. That the fact we have that clip with Ncuti Gatwa in the TARDIS, I just want it now. I just really want to watch next week's episode because the return of the Toy Maker, I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. That trailer was just amazing. I really cannot wait. So anyway, I'm going to let you get off before I proper do geek anybody out and creep anybody out, which I'm sorry about. Thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe, and share for more awesome Doctor Who content.